Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got a special fun one today. We have channel mail. Who would have ever thought, right? And this is very exciting because this is from what I would say, popular automotive personality or automotive YouTuber. Certainly not one of the gigantic ones, but from a true car guy named Steve Lehto. And if you don't know who Steve Lehto is, I'm going to try and give you my best Steve Lehto impression, which is going to be terrible, because among other things, Steve Lehto is a professional disc jockey. Steve Lehto is an attorney at law practicing in the state of Michigan in the areas of consumer protection and lemon law for the past 28 years. Good God, that took like 12 takes to even get close. I'll tell you how I know of Steve. I don't know Steve at all. Let me just start there. I've never met the man. Seems to be a good guy. I have no reason to believe anything otherwise. And in fact, something like this makes me think he is a good guy. How I first learned of Steve is Steve used to write for Jalopnik. He used to write articles for Jalopnik. And if you are not familiar with Jalopnik, you're probably familiar with some of their personalities. The biggest one being Doug DeMuro. If you're watching automotive YouTube content at all, you've almost certainly heard of Doug DeMuro. He has the largest automotive YouTube channel, I think by multiple orders of magnitude. He's the guy. So Doug got his start at Jalopnik. I'm not sure what Steve was doing before that. I know some things about his career before that because he shares those stories. But so Steve has been an automotive journalist for a long time now. I will go ahead and speak for him and say that he's been working in the automotive community for decades. One thing you learn pretty early on if you take up cars as a hobby or as a career, and I've kind of done both depending on when that time period was, is that there's a lot of careers in automotive that are not out in the garage or working at GM designing a new hood or whatever. There's a lot of careers like Steve's that are behind the scenes kind of things that people only think about when they need them. Just because Steve is an attorney, don't think he's not a car guy. He's also published books. He's got I think a pretty comprehensive biography on the Chrysler wing cars. I freely admit I haven't read, but Steve's a through and through car guy, which is why I'm excited to have this. And by now you're probably asking, what is it? What's in the package? What's in the box? I know what's in here, at least I know some of what's in here. I have not opened this yet. I've had it for a week or two, I think. I wanted to get past the holidays and have some time to actually appreciate it. So if there is some sort of personal information in here, you guys won't be sharing it with me. We'll have to get in and see. I should have asked him to send me a razor blade. Looks like we have something additional. We have Steve Lehto's business card, which I think will also go out with this. Let me get you guys a better picture. Since I'm pretty sure I failed to mention it before, just because I'm kind of overwhelmed trying with my Steve impression as hard as I can and everything else. Steve has moved more from journalism into YouTube now. Steve makes videos about all kinds of crazy things, including crazy things in the automotive community, seemingly like 3 or 4 times a day. The guy's a content machine. So if you want to check him out, his channel is Lehto's Law. He's very easy to find. He's in the phone book as an attorney in the state of Michigan. He's not that hard to find that way either. But what this is a 1996 penny. There is nothing any more elaborate about it than that. But Steve had a video, or a series of videos called Crazy Town, or Welcome to Crazy Town. I'll link them below and above if possible. Where the very, very short version of that story is that a disgruntled past adversary and their incompetent attorney attempted to sue him for a large amount of money that they weren't entitled to. And the string of videos he produced based around that concept were very entertaining. The short version of that was Steve says what a lot of people say, and including me, is, hey, if you wanted a penny from me, just ask and I'll give you a penny. But if I don't owe you anything, I will spend every cent I have to make sure that you don't get a cent from me. So in the comments of his video, I said, hey Steve, I'll take the bait. I'd like a penny, please. And if you choose to send me a penny, I'm going to make it the cornerstone founding monument of my YouTuber Automotive Hall of Fame. Actually, let's not say automotive, let's just say cool YouTuber Hall of Fame. So there's a lot of channels that I would be honored to exchange trinkets with that aren't necessarily automotive channels. So if you're out there doing something cool, I would definitely love to have a penny from you, and I would love to send you one too. And sure enough, Steve immediately said, hey, shoot me an email, which I did, and his email's easy to find on his channel and everything else. And I did, and he said, hey, no problem. Be happy to do that for you. And I said, Steve, great. Let me know where I can send you a payment for postage and, of course, your 1 cent. He said, no payment required. Please don't, basically. I bet within 10 minutes he had a picture of this taken and emailed that to me, and I got it a couple days later, and it's pretty awesome. So he has autographed it. He has signed it with his channel, and remember, Milo and Wolfie are 2 dogs he used to own, or more than likely owned him, if I know dogs. Something strange is I didn't know much about these dogs until he sent this and I needed to research it for the video. They were Shelties, they were Shetland sheepdogs, and I've also owned a Sheltie for about 10 years of my life, so small, strange, tangential connection. This is really cool. What I'm hoping to do with this is we're going to stick a magnet on it, and we're going to stick it out at my toolbox, and I might kind of do a combination kind of thing here, where it's all perhaps business card size, and I'd like to start a collection of things like this and exchange little trinkets like this with other channels, other creators, and over the years grow that. And I think that'd be a lot of fun, and obviously it doesn't have to cost a lot to participate. So I want to thank Steve for being the founding member of Max's Hall of Automotive YouTuber Fame, and for playing along with the joke. I think this is hysterical. I think Steve got a pretty big kick out of it too. And I look forward to hopefully growing the collection. And we wouldn't be much of a project channel if we didn't show you the process of getting this set up as a display piece. I've got a tin of these insanely powerful neodymium magnets, and I want to try and deface these artifacts as little as possible in this process. So what I'm going to do is probably do that the other way. I'll probably do that like that. So I'm going to take 2 magnets and glue them on here, and we're going to make sure that the poles are opposite, because I'm going to sandwich another magnet behind the business card. That way I don't have to actually glue anything to his card, and this will all go up in the toolbox, so you can take the card down, hand it to somebody, or you can take the penny down, hand it to somebody. The first thing we need to do is these are oddly slick, they're oddly oily, so we're just going to take some Windex and paper towels and clean them off. Alright. And we are going to, before we do this, put a piece of cardboard down, the piece of cardboard that Steve so kindly included. Let's make sure we get everything the right side up. To do this, we're just going to use some CA glue that I don't want the entire bottle of, just the cap off. It should not take a lot. 1 magnet at a time, please. There's a decent little drop. It's running after the staple. Well, that's alright. We can let it run after the staple. I don't think it'll hurt anything at all. A little more CA glue. Another magnet. That is also... Told you these are hardcore magnets. So we're going to have to hold these guys while we hit them with our CA activator, that I hope doesn't discolor anything too terribly badly. Trying to take it easy with the amount I used. Let's hope that dries. If not, hey, it's a garage ornament, man. It's got to get dirty at some point. And with this, I am pleased to introduce Max's Toolbox YouTuber Hall of Fame founding member Stephen Lehto, or Steve Lehto. I don't know what he prefers. I'm going with Steve. With any amount of luck, hopefully someday we'll have to take all this other crap off the toolbox and make room for other people. So I want to thank Steve again for playing along and for being the founding member of what I hope becomes a really fun collection. Take care, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Max, that's Saddington Bear, and we make videos like this all the time. Here are a couple links to some other videos we've made, and we really appreciate you guys stopping in.